Okay, let's turn to our universe story. This scene at moonless night, particularly in the rural areas, is a very familiar scene to our friends coming from the rural areas. But unfortunately, most of the children have not enjoyed this scene uh, in the urban areas because planetarium doesn't inspire like the original one. And sharing my own story is that schools, science class, textbook, they had never inspired us on the universe and the creation as such. It was news clippings, weekly children newspapers. My personal inspiration was from that, and then it was dulled by the school system. And honestly, now we are recontinuing to enjoy these things, and that's why I feel like spreading out. So the very first question is how big it is. It is 100,000 light years big. That means if we make a phone call from one side, that phone call traveling at the speed of light as the electromagnetism waves travel, light is also electromagnetic wave. It will take about 100,000 years to reach the other side. It's a big one, really, right? And it has stars like our sun is a star. Sun is a million times bigger than Earth, we know. About 100 billion stars are part of this Milky Way galaxy that we are part of. And the sun is somewhere from the center. It is on about 25,000 light years away from the center, with its family we call solar system. The nearest galaxy is 2.5 million light years away, and in fact, researchers, cosmologists have some estimate that they are coming closer, and in about 4 billion years, they will collapse together or merge together in what form. I sharing with you an analogy that I read in an astronomy book was that if we take out our arm and put a grain of sand at the edge of our index finger, the amount of sky which is hidden behind this grain of sand contains estimated 10,000 galaxies. When I read this, that our Milky Way galaxy is part of space we cosmologists name as the local group, which has about 50 plus galaxies. Now it makes sense. The things are so tremendous and gigantic that it makes sense to say the local group is only about 50 galaxies. Universe is huge. And in this huge universe, what will our address look like if somebody is coming from some other universe? This question, honestly speaking, did came to my mind as a standard 5 or grade 5 student, and we just stopped over there. Earth, solar system, Milky Way, and then there was no inspiration in the system to we didn't have even any picture around of the galaxy or even the solar system picture. All of these pictures, one must know that are nothing is to the scale. It's impossible to draw anything to the scale when it comes to astronomy. It's all just approximations. So we are part of a supercluster, Laniakea, within which there is a Virgo cluster and the local group, which has about 50 plus galaxies. Milky Way is one of them. And Milky Way, is like spirals. And the arms of the spiral on which we live, a solar system, is called Orion arm. Within that arm is a belt which is called Gould belt, and solar system is in that Gould belt, and Earth is one of the planets circling around the solar system. And in fact, the sun is also circling around the center of the galaxy that we will study when we go to the next lecture on the solar system, inshallah. And one question is, the universe is expanding. So our galaxy is also expanding. Answer is no. Our galaxy is not expanding. Now you will say it's a opposite kind of. No, it's not. Issue is in the scale of the universe. Galaxy is such a tiny, tiny, tiny scale that its expansion is not discernible by our instrumentation. Right? The expansion can only be discerned at the scale of these superclusters and walls. So a galaxy is almost nothing. I mean, in the scale of the universe. So that's a quick roundup about the galaxy, and it takes a lifetime to study that. There's a magnetism in it, and gravity in it, and what the magnetism does, it's almost still a mystery, but various sources will tell you that it's magnetism which does not let it collapse, and it's the magnetism which makes these spirals. And now we know we are on one of those spirals which got Orion. Our solar system is floating somewhere over there. And we'll study the solar system next time. Thank you very much.